Hello. Hello. Let's get in game. Which also involves bringing up the fucking chat. Where is that? Where's my chat? Ah, there. It was hiding. So, let's get going. And there we go. Just get the keyboard out of the way. Got my controller on. And here we are. Welcome back to my playthrough of Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, we had a whole load of shit that went down in Kay's route. Where we found out that his identity was indeed Sigma underneath that mask. He was not the AI that I thought he was going to be. And so now we come back to our previous choice. Obviously, we wanted to go with Clover the first time, but Kay blocked our way and forced us to go down his route, which is what we did. Now, let's see what happens when we want to go through the green door with Luna. Alice, Luna, the green door.
Right. I'm coming.
They both took off for the door, and I followed behind at a run. I glanced back over my shoulder in time to see the others head into their respective doors. Phi, Dio, and Kay ducked into the red door. Just as Temyoji carried Quark through the blue door, Clover right on his heels.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
So now we get the wonders of a brand new puzzle room. At least I think it is. Should be, right? Oh, the treatment center. We've done this. Does that mean I can skip it then? Whoa. Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
That's unfortunate.
What's this thing here?
It looks like the device next to the number 9 door.
Why don't you try pulling the lever?
Might as well. One sec, my Streamlab window's in the way, it's distracting me. There we go. Let me just minimize that real quick. Oh, so we're not going in the treatment center, we're going a different route. I guess because we've already done the treatment center. Huh? Look at the door on the right.
It opened.
Huh. That doesn't make sense. Why would just one on the right open? How do you open the other 2?
You're probably just overthinking it. That door opened. That means we're going through it. Bring it on.
But...
Don't go soft on me now. I'll leave you behind.
Come on, Sigma, let's go.
Oh, it's not the first time Alice has said that. Oh. Okay, so now we can uncover the secrets of this room then. Hey, Boot. What is this place?
It is kind of confusing, isn't it? What is it for?
Well, I think it looks like some sort of workroom.
If you say so. We should split up and search it.
It reminds me of like the behind the scenes docs that you get in like studios.
We need to find key cards with moon symbols on them, right?
Where you keep like the director and the producer and they watch over all the screens. I don't know.
Yes. They should be somewhere in this room.
Alright, let's get to it. Okay, new puzzle. Right off the bat as well. Get right into the swing of things and seek a way out. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? We've got a star on the wall here. What's this thing? It's shaped like a star? Maybe you need to put something into it? Something that's shaped like a star, I'm assuming? Well, good work, Einstein, you figured it out. Okay, what's this? A radio. It's got an antenna. Do you think it could be a radio? Why don't you try turning it on? Yeah, well, I tried that. Nothing happens. Maybe the batteries are dead? What is it? I don't think it runs on batteries. There's an electrical socket on the side here. So you're saying it needs a power cable? So there is, okay. Yeah, it runs on USB 3. Okay, what's this dude? What the heck is this guy? Maybe it's an Egyptian mummy. What? Any way you look at it, it's a robot. Then maybe it's a robot? There's no maybe about it. I can't imagine it's anything else. You're kidding, right? That's insane. What do you think it is? Just a well-made mannequin? Can I interact with this oil spill? I can! Oh. What is this? It feels kind of greasy. Maybe it's oil? What is this? It looks kind of like a hexagon if you flipped one of the corners in. I mean, technically it's still a hexagon, but... I'm guessing that'll make up part of the star, maybe? Just fit it all together. Okay, so I think that's... Oops. What are you doing? That's the door we came in through. There's no point going back out of it. All you're gonna do is find a door... All you're going to find is the closed chromatic door. You do know that, right? Yeah, I was trying to interact with the cranes there, see if we can do anything with that. Nope, okay. And that's the safe, obviously, so let's carry on looking. Is there anything else? There is! Alright, let's have a look at all of this shit then. The lower part of the control console. There are switches and dials everywhere. They all make absolutely zero sense to me. Just avoid the red button for now. Yeah. What about these lit up bits? Nope, it's all the same thing, so let's look at this button. Doesn't this button seem suspicious? Yeah. Most of the buttons are boring or just incomprehensible, but this one speaks to me. What does it say? Come on, a big red button on a plate with black and yellow stripes? It couldn't scream, "Don't press me" any louder if it said, "Don't press me" on it. Is it a self-destruct button? Maybe the moment we press it we'll hear a soft hiss and then the room will start to fill up with poisonous gas. What if it launches a missile? I don't know, that seems a little... Yeah. Oh, that was a cry for fear, okay. Hey! What are you doing? It's okay. There's no way anything really dangerous would just be right out here. Oh, she pressed the fucking button! Jesus, Luna. I'm pretty sure Zero Senior wants us to play through this whole game. It wouldn't make much sense to just kill us in one of these rooms. Maybe, but that's just your opinion. You could be wrong. Well, I guess so. Then why the hell did you... Hey. Calm down. Nothing happened, so there's nothing to get mad about, alright? You heard that noise though, right? Like, something trying to start up? Pull up maps? For what? There are a bunch of switches and buttons here. I have no idea what all this stuff on the screen means either. What do these buttons do? Probably shouldn't press any of them just to be safe. Okay, I can't interact with the top then. Going to the dungeon. Oh, is that a game you're playing then? Ooh, a laptop. Oh, with a port for the radio. A desk with some drawers. There's a PC monitor and a keyboard on top of it. Where's the computer? I'd imagine it's built into the monitor. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but there's a single cable coming out from the back of it. Is it a power cable? I think so. But maybe we can connect it to something with an electrical socket. Have you seen anything like that, Sigma? Yes, I'm holding it. I'm trying to plug it in. Wait, you're holding it right now? Yeah, of course, Alice. Now stop talking and let me plug in. Hurry up and plug it in. I think we can plug this cable into the radio. Perfect. I guess it's nice that we've plugged this radio in, but what do we do with it now? Why don't you try tuning it? What? You need to adjust it so it's picking up a specific frequency. Maybe we'll hear something. Exactly. If we can get really lucky, then maybe it will pick up transmissions from outside. Press the tuning buttons until you match the desired frequency and press the check button to test your solution. I guess we need more information then to get this. Right. I'll see what I can do. Right, okay. Oh, this looks confusing. You just see what all the buttons do. That takes us almost all the way to the end. Okay. I don't have any information to work with that kinda... Yeah, I don't think I do. Okay, well, I gave it a shot. What frequency am I supposed to tune it to there? I guess it's not going to do us much good unless we know that, huh? You're probably right. Let's see if we can find any clues. Yes, let's. The other kind of dungeon. Oh. Oh. It's a white jacket hanging in the locker. Can you take it? There's a white jacket in here. It looks like there's something on the lapel. A name tag? Harold! What up, Harold? Harold. This name tag must belong to a Mr. Harold. There's also something written on the back of it. Is that a frequency? ID 11010. Maybe that is the frequency? I don't know. A white jacket. Huh. Oh look! There's something in this pocket. Oh, another chevron lock. It looks just like the other one we found. Why would there be two of the same thing? Maybe we're supposed to attach them to each other? Really? Yeah. I think there are magnets inside it. I was thinking the same thing, you know? Oh, so we just need one more and we've got the star then, I guess? Well anyway, let's have a look at this. And it fits perfectly. So there were magnets in there. And that means... Oh, a tablet, but first let's look at this. A doctor's coat, huh? Would you like me to put it on? Huh? Why? I just thought you might be into that kind of thing. What? I don't know what you're talking about. See? Bullseye. Look at you, all bashful. You can be cute when you're embarrassed. Okay. Is this a binder? There's a single piece of paper in here. It looks like a list. The frequency list. Ah, let's have a look at this then. Okay, so ID 11010 is there, so I guess we want to aim for 400 Hz. But before we get into that, let's finish looking around the room. Oh, Jesus. The fuck is this? A poster, huh? It's a little unsettling. Maybe it's a clue. Yeah. Let's take it. Okay, poster with an eye on it. Let's have a quick look at this. I'm guessing that's like fragments. We've got to piece them together to make words, but I have no idea what it could be. Again, we need some more info before we crack that one, so let's just carry on looking. Ah, another chevron. A chevron-shaped block. It looks like these blocks can be attached to one another, so let's do that. And we've got our star. So they make a star when you put them all together. Yeah, they do. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. What was this? Whoa. Anybody else feel dizzy all of a sudden? No, that was just your imagination. Yeah. Right, whatever. So, what the heck is this? I have no idea, which makes it pretty useless to us. No picking it up? Maybe I could... What are you going to do with that? Pick it up and see what it is? How about this? Nope. Are you serious? Well, they're saying different things, so... Maybe we could try doing something with it. What would you hit? Maybe there's something in here. I don't think so. Maybe if we roll it around a little bit? I don't think that's going to do anything. Let's climb up on top of it. What is that going to accomplish? Yeah! Yeah! Pushing down on it doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe we're just using it wrong? What should we be doing? Pet, pet, pet. Petting it isn't having any effect. Of course. I just need to throw it. All you're going to do is break it. Praying isn't going to help? What's with all these fucking lines for this? Wow, this looks delicious. How the hell is any of this delicious? Snack time. Oh no! What's wrong with him? This is good. Oh man, it's so good. Snap out of it. Whoa. Okay, now we're looping. I think we're seeing everything there. Don't know what the fuck that thing is, but we can't do anything with it right now. Okay, so what is... No, we can't do anything with that radio. What is that, a keycard or something? Battery A. That's a battery. Thin ones like that are usually used for notebooks. Oh. A toolbox. It's got a key in it. Huh? That's odd. What is it? This key, it obviously goes into this keyhole, but it won't turn. Can you get it out? Let me see. What's with this key? It's completely rusted. No wonder it won't turn. Ah, look at the oil on the table, so we can oil at that key. What about down here? No, not at all? Okay. That brings us to the lock. This looks like the door lock. It has a keyhole. And is that everything? Have we seen it all? We have. Okay, so let's put the key in the oil before I forget to do that. Maybe if I put this rusty key in the oil. The key we found in the toolbox keyhole. I put it in the oil and now it's oily. Yeah, no shit. Okay. So let's put that back into the toolbox and see if we can open that bad boy. I guess it worked. The lock's open. Yeah. Let's have a look inside this then, shall we? There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's have a look then. A bottle of detergent. A bottle of detergent. I think I saw a commercial for this the other day. It's supposed to eradicate grease and oil stains. Okay. That's a screwdriver. You could probably use it to unscrew screws. I'm betting I could, yeah. A silver key. We can probably open a lock with this. You think? Exactly. It's empty. There's nothing in here anymore. Okay. So we've got some new stuff. Let's try and use the detergent on the oil on the table then. Where is it? There it is. Oh! Are you going to use that detergent to clean up the oil? That sounds like a good idea, but I don't think the detergent by itself is going to be enough. You need something to wipe it up with. Then how about putting the detergent on a rag or something? Seems like that would be easier. Where do we use a screwdriver on? Can I use it on you? A robot-y thing. There's a puddle of oil near one of its shoulders. I guess we've probably got to clean up before we can do anything with that then. So let's try putting this in here. Find a rag. Huh? That's odd. Why won't it fit? The star-shaped block? Yeah. It's the same shape and everything. Well, maybe it's not the right size. I guess so. It looks like this block is a little too big to fit. Okay, I guess I gotta do something with that then. Maybe cut it down to size? I don't know. But we've got the frequency that we need now. There's nothing on the monitor. That's a pretty old keyboard. It looks like it's been used quite a bit. Nothing happens if we try typing on it. Okay. So, let's have a look. What frequency did we want? We wanted 400. So let's work out what the fuck we're doing with this to get 400 frequency. Oh! Did I just like haphazard my way right to the solution straight away because we're at 400? I did. Oh my god. I thought that was going to be a fucking nightmare and I just randomly stumbled on it. How did I do that? What was that noise? Look. The monitor. Well, I'm happy solving the puzzle that quick, I guess. It reacted to the noise in the radio and turned on. So there's some kind of voice recognition system then. It looks that way, yes. There's something on the screen. This is... I think it's a blueprint of this room. We've found an image of the room layout. You can review it in the archive. Let's have a look at this map then. Rough sketch of the room. So something is on the opposite side of that table then. I guess. No? How do I? Okay. So let's take stock of what we have now, because I'm not sure what to do next. We have a battery for something, we've got the star that doesn't fit, we've got Harold's name tag, which we already figured out the frequency of. Oh, maybe if I hold it upside down that'll give us like the other frequency we need for the gold file. So 010101, let's have a look at that. Nope. Nope, okay. Unless I misunderstood it. So what can we do now? Oh, I guess we can try pressing the red button this time. There's a red button in the center of the console. Let's just try pushing it one more time. There it is again. What is that? I wonder what's making it. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound like it's working right. Kinda sounded like it. Didn't have enough juice or something? Could it be that we need the oil from the table? Need to wash that up and put the rag somewhere? I don't know. We need a rag to begin with though. Maybe there's something in here. I don't think so. Okay, well, shit on my ideas then. Shit on my ideas. I don't think we can do anything else with that table. Can we do anything with the computer? It looks like the monitor's turned off. That's okay. I got that blueprint stored up here. Okay. So what now then? I mean, these buttons are lit up now, so we could try pressing them. The lower part of the console. There's a large red button in the center of it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what can we do now? Let's try interacting with some stuff. A robot-y thing. There's a puddle of oil near one of its shoulders. Oops. Oh, there's a button there. Huh? There's a button up here. Then maybe you should press it. Right. Here goes. Okay, well that's activated something. Let's try pressing the red button again now that that's turned on. Nope, still doesn't work. Nope, not getting anything except that weird noise. Something missing? Is something missing? I can't tell. I can't find any slots to put in a key. What can we do then? I'm not sure what pressing this button did. Oh! This dude's turned on. Let's interact then. Look! Its eyes! They're glowing red. Does that mean it's on? Hello? Sir? Okay, so it's on. What about this thing on top of its head? Nope. I'm running out of ideas then. What could this be? Okay, so what can we use the battery for? Because I'm not thinking. Like, I would have said the computer, but obviously the radio switch is on the computer, and we got the blueprint already. Is there anything else that we're missing? Oops. Okay. Let's just have a look at our items and see if there's anything we can figure out, because I have no idea. What do they say when we look at the key? Silver key. What have I seen that's locked? Nothing. Like, actually nothing other than the actual door, but we know it's not going to be that. Unless there is something that's locked and I've just missed it, like any drawers or anything. Oh. No good. It won't open. Is it locked? Yeah. Well, there's a keyhole here, so we should probably get it open. We could probably get it open if we find a key that fits. Wait, Sigma, don't you already have a key? I do. Hurry up and put it in. Well, brilliant. Yes, it worked. Now, open it. Hold on, no need to rush me. Ah, a different star holes. Let's put that in. Yes, it fits perfectly. Did you just hear a noise? Yeah. From the middle drawer. The middle one, huh? Huh. No response on this tablet. Is it broken? Part of the back seems to be held on by screws. I bet that's where the batteries go. Okay, so we've got a battery and a screwdriver, so let's combine this all together. Oh, we need a red battery as well. Okay, so we need a second battery from somewhere. But hey, at least we made some more progress. What's this? Ah! A star-shaped handle. Is this a handle? Look at the end of the shaft. It's the same shape as that block we made. Then maybe it fits into a star-shaped hole. Have you seen anything that this might fit into, Sigma? I have indeed. Now let's go. Put it in there. Oh, not there, the other one. The other door. There. Yes, perfect. Do you think you can turn it? Yeah, give me a sec. What the hell? Something's coming down from the ceiling. Those are... Ah, more mannequin. Why is one wearing boxer shorts? Well, that's what we've got to examine next then. Oh my god. They look just like the thing on the table. Robots. Okay. Ah, the second battery as well. There we go. Let's combine that with our tablet. But before we examine that, let's examine the rest of shit here. I know I'm repeating myself here, but what are these things? They're robots, I told you. So what is this some sort of secret military research and development lab? Why would you think that? Isn't it obvious? These things are weapons. You don't know that. What, are you gonna say these are built for housework? Sure, I can see people buying monstrous metal skeletons to stalk their houses, vacuuming rooms, folding clothes, and rocking children to sleep. I mean, you've clearly not played Detroit Become Human, Alice, because... Well, then again, I guess they do look like people, unless, like, the fucking Terminator. I don't think all of these robots are here to scare us, or surprise us or something. This just seems like an awful lot of work, just to get a reaction out of us, you know? Yeah, you have a point. These are definitely real robots. Okay, I guess we're done with that side. What about the other side? See the one with the boxer shorts? Oh, and that's on too. But before we deal with that, let's get these boxes. This one's wearing boxers. Yeah, looks like it. Why would a robot be wearing underwear? Maybe he's hiding something. Hiding what though? Like a diary or something? Why the hell would you hide a diary in your crotch? Okay, well, maybe he's got a hose or something. Wait, damn. Way to cut to the chase there. Whatever. We'll know as soon as we get them off. Remove these shorts of obfuscation and let us gaze upon it, this so-called hose. Aren't you getting a little too excited about this? That'd be Alice that said it as well. Alright, here goes. Ah! Luna, I haven't done anything yet. He's still decent. Besides, when you covered your face, you opened your fingers so you could see out. How old are you? You two are driving me nuts. I'll just take them off. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so now we got some boxes. Boxes? You should try them on, Sigma. What? Why? I thought they might suit you. Why would you think that? Well, what do you need them for if we're not supposed to wear them? Maybe we're supposed to use them to wipe something? Oh yeah, of course, the detergent. Not to wear, but to wipe. Yes, I think that's it. Let's combine that with our detergent. And we got boxes soaked in detergent. Ah, so you soak them in detergent. You shouldn't have any problems with that oil now. You said it, so let's mop up that oil. Okay, here goes. You're going to wipe up the oil with boxes, right? Yeah. Okay. Go for it. 120 volts. Good. Looks like it's clean now. I wonder what this is. There's something written here that the oil was covering up. Yeah? AOZI? No, that's obviously 120 volts upside down, Luna. You're a doctor. Luna, you are a doctor. You should be able to figure out such a basic puzzle like this. Come on now. You should be ashamed. No, you're reading it from the wrong angle. 120 volts. Thank you, Alice, and me. Okay, so what now then? Oh yeah, we can look at the panel that lit up and then check my tablet. Though actually we should look at the tablet first, because this will probably be a puzzle, and the tablet might have the solution. What's this though? Oh, the name tag. Oh hey, the power's on. It's showing something. An authentication screen, maybe. It probably has some sort of security lock. Enter the password and press enter on the right. Okay, so we don't have the password just yet. No good. I can't figure it out. We need some sort of clue. So let's go on this and find our clue then. This came down with the robots, right? Yes. It's got a pipe running out of it toward them. I have a feeling that this means there's a connection there. Supply the correct voltage by connecting the wires. You can begin anywhere on the left and finish anywhere on the right. You can rotate a wire by selecting its corresponding square. The numbers in the middle of each wire indicate the voltage of that wire. Okay, let me just give this a try. So we need 120 volts. We'll need to connect 120 volts. How do we get that then? Okay. Whoops. Okay, so that gives me... Let me just put this out in my head. So 35 plus 35 is 70. Plus 10 is 80. And plus 40. Ah, but we can't because we've got to go this way, so I'll go 40 and 5. And that should be enough. Huh. Or not, okay. Then how can we do this? So I guess we got to connect one side to the other, right? So that means we got to get 120 volts through here. Well, let's just see how we can connect this stuff together. So it's going to have to come out from the left, isn't it? So that's 45. Oh, I had it all along. I was just being silly, and I just didn't see that I had to face it up. Okay, there we go. Puzzle complete. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Good job, Sigma. Oh, you're amazing. I've fallen for you all over again. Wait, all over again? You fell for me once? Hey, what? Power distribution complete. Reboot sequence complete. Please press the power button located on the console. Whoa, what was that? I'm not sure. Better do what it says there. I think I'm done with this thing. The last announcement seemed to be suggesting that I should push the power button on the console. Yeah, but I was hoping I could do something else with that so I could get the gold file. Or at least start on that. But either way, let's just press this red button and see what happens. That announcement just now was about this button. You guys ready? I'm gonna push it. Yes, I'm ready. Same here. Go for it. Alright. And there. And did it work? Ah, look! Their eyes! Eyes? Their eyes are all on now, aren't they? Ah, so that's what frequency we need to find then. 102111, I think. Does it matter if it's the left eye or right eye? I don't know. And what's this one? 111. No, 211011. Let's see if these are actual frequencies. No, they're not. Unless these are just the numbers I gotta punch into the tablet. So what have we got? It's 102111 211011. 102011. Yeah, there's 12. There's 12 here. So what was it? 102011. Looks like we need to put in 12 characters. Is there 12 of anything else in here? If there is, maybe there's a connection. I don't know, because why is it like the left eye and the right eye? It's not just... Okay, so... And from which way do I read it as well? That's a point. Like, do I start over here and then work my way all around, or go back and forth? And what do I do with that fucking eye poster that we got as well? There's like 12 things on there as well, and it's got a red eye on it. So I'm not sure. It must have something to do with this, right? Right. Oop. That's our billiard balls from last time. Right, let's examine them. Let's start there. One of the robot's eyes is glowing red. I can gather that much, thanks. Okay, I have a hunch. Let's see if my hunch works. I think this obviously has something to do with that red eye poster, and I think the red eye is indicating which letter, maybe, from the thing. So, okay, what was it? It was right, non, both, right, left, left. Right, non, both. Right, left, left. Come on, work. Okay. Right, non, both. Right, left, left is B, E, A, C, O, and beacon. Okay, so I guess that's it then. I guess that's our solution. So, first side is beacon. I guess we go left to right again here. Let's try that. That's both right, right, non, left, right. Oops. Is that its what? Is that both? Yeah, so both right, right, non, left, right. Unless we're supposed to start from this end still. Okay, so let's try that. Both. OS, CF. That can't be right. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's try from right to left then. Let's try right from left. It is right, left, non, right, right, 2. Nah. And how? Why is this different? Because it worked on the other side, unless it's like reversed or something? I really don't know. Okay, let's work this out. So we've got beacon across the top from just going left to right and reading the parts that had the red light. So let's try going from left to right. I never thought this was actually a platform for robots. Neither did I. I thought it was nothing, I thought it was just decoration, but let's have a look. So both right, right. Let's just start there and see if it makes even a fragment of a word. Both right, right. Oz. That's nothing. And coming from the other side, both right, right is CP, SEP, or HCE. Neither of those are words very clearly. So what about this? So it's non, left, right. Oh, unless I include this dude. A robot thing. It's just like all the others that drop down and see it now. Okay. Help me. Okay. Okay. Let's try just putting in beacon, because maybe the other side will be the gold file, and there's something else I've got to work out. So let's just try beacon. Nope, I guess beacon is just the first half of the password then. I didn't just fluke into that, did I? Let's re-examine this. So it was right, nothing, both, right, left, left. Yeah. So that definitely works from left to right on that side. So right, left, neither. Unless it's backwards. Because I'm looking at it from the other side, so what is it? So left, right, both? Or neither? Maybe neither is still neither. So let's try left, right. So that gives us of nothing. And on this side, left, left, both. That works. That gives us of hope. Beacon of hope. I don't know why it's backwards there. I guess because it's like a mirror image reflected. But either way, we got something to put in. So let's try that. Beacon of hope. There we go. Ah, and that should give us our password, right, for the safe? You did it, Sigma. You got through the login. Beacon of Hope. How optimistic. Sure, sure. Look at the screen. Huh. Is this the password for the safe? It sure is, but we don't need that just yet because we still got a fucking gold file to find. What items do we have remaining? We have the tablet still and that. Does the tablet do anything anymore? Oh, obviously that's where I put the password. Huh. I don't get it. What is Luna talking about? What else is there 12 of in here? Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this poster again. Because now maybe it's the reverse? Maybe like the black side instead. So instead of beacon it would be Remini? Is that a word? And instead of hope it would be Reminis. Reminiscence. That's a word. Okay. Okay. So let's try putting in reminiscence then. Was it that? Reminiscence. Yeah, there we got it. And we got it. Okay, that was easy. It was the exact same thing, except easier because we already worked out the other half. We just eliminated the letters what we already used. Huh, I expected as much. Good work, I'm impressed. What's our prize, I wonder? The screen's changed. Right, so our safe gold file password, huh? This looks different. The symbols have changed and they're in different places. Oh, didn't give me a chance if I can look at it properly. She just spoke over it. Oh, whatever. Let's look. So we've got sun, moon, sun. Let's pop that one in. This is a safe, right? It looks like the ones in the AB rooms in the lounge. Yeah. This one is embedded in the table, but the door looks like the same. Probably works like the others too, though. We just need a password to open it up, right? So what was it? It was sun, moon, sun, right? And there's our gold files. Let's grab this shit. You did it! Good work! Huh. Well done. What's with that attitude? Never mind that. Let's just see what's inside. Yeah, yet another gold file. How many of these do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 gold files now, so we're past halfway. Golem. The golem is an anthropomorphic creature from Jewish folklore. Golems are made from clay and will obey any orders given to them by their creators without question, although they tend to take instructions very literally. A golem is created by performing a holy ritual, then kneading the clay into the shape of a person, chanting a spell and writing the Hebrew word emet, truth, on the golem's forehead. Erasing the E changes the word to met, which is Hebrew for death. Doing this deactivates the golem. Well, that's cool. I never knew that. You can kill it by just changing the word. One of the golem's room. Oh, it's Golem's room. Because they're robots and they're designed to take orders. That's clever, I guess. One of the golems found in the Nonary game facility. He is discovered lying on the maintenance table in the golem bay. His product ID is GTM CMGOLM. He has to be referred to by the last bit, which is of course GOLM. much to his surprise, this ends up being pronounced like Golem anyway. On a side note, GTM-CMGOLM stands for Gowlem Type Male Cockney Model Number GOLM. Okay. Chinese Room. The Chinese Room is a thought experiment developed by American philosopher John Searle to contest some of the ideas about artificial intelligence. The experiment itself is explained in more depth in the game, but the general idea behind it is to pose the question, do intelligent responses indicate actual understanding? Searle contests that a computer could be programmed to respond intelligently in conversation with humans, so much so that it would seem to be human itself, but that it would not necessarily, or perhaps could not, actually understand what it was saying. Of course, this raises the question, how can we know that human minds are not, in essence, Chinese rooms? Can we really say that we understand the things we say, or are we just simulating understanding? Food for thought there? The Turing test is designed to gauge a computer's ability to exhibit intelligent behaviour. First developed by British mathematician Alan Turing, the guess has 3 participants, a human judge, a human subject, and a machine. The judge engages with conversation with the human and the machine, and if the judge cannot determine who is the machine and who is the human, the machine is considered to have passed the Turing test. When Fi mentions that perhaps she and her companions have been captured to perform a test, she is referring to the Turing test, is she? Because I don't... but that brings back up the point of maybe one of us is an AI, because I was thinking Kay was a robot AI, but maybe somebody else is an AI, and that's what we're testing. Well, that brings my old theory back into light, I guess. Supplementary AB rules. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. Gowlem, an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine. Gowlems are robots developed and sold by an American corporation called Hephaestus Systems. Weren't they in 999 as well? I think maybe they were, maybe I'm remembering wrong, but either way, I recognise that name. Some of the units in this facility, however, have had their software significantly enhanced by Zero Senior. A portion of them have also been given an ABT created by Zero Senior. Incidentally, ABT is short for Artificial Biological Tissue. So there are Gowlems walking around in here that at least appear to be living people and have flesh on them, so yay! More mysteries for us to digest. Golem story, the point. The gist of Golem's somewhat rambling explanation is that the centre of thought doesn't necessarily have to reside in the body. In the case of Golem, the self clearly resided in the mainframe and operated the body remotely. Since the self-aware robot could exist this way, he theorized what would prevent humans from doing the same. If humans are actually being controlled by an outside force, then is there actually any such thing as free will? And that is our gold file, once again bringing up philosophical points that are about to be brought up in the story. So let's, now that we've done some pre-reading, carry on with this. Oh no, I don't want to interact with Golem, I want to put in the other key code so I can get the items and leave the room. So password, Golem Bay, I need sun, moon and star. Sun, moon, star. And now we've got our escape key done. Oh, it opened again. I wonder what's inside this time. Well, we've got a key, some sort of butt plug, a couple of cards, and a couple of pieces of paper. There's a lot of stuff in here. That's good, isn't it? Better than having nothing, at least. Oh, right, the butt plug looking thing is the key for Kay, isn't it? Kay found that before. Which raises the question, how the fuck did he know the fucking password? Oh, there's so many questions about Kay. But I guess I can trust Kay not to kill Sigma, at least. Anyway, back to the current situation there. Let's go through them one by one. First, we've got a map. It says Floor B. The map we found in the lounge said Floor A on it. Well, we took the elevator down to get here, so Floor A must be the upper floor. Yeah. Keep going. There's still a lot in there. These must be keycards. They have a picture of the moon on them. This must be what the announcer was talking about then. And we've got 2 of them, just like the sun cards. You should take one, Luna. Huh? Why? You're a solo. Alice and I can keep the other one. Oh, of course. Thank you. Alright, what's next? Looks like a note. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. So all 3 of us can't abstain. There has to be at least one vote. Why would there be a rule like that though? It seems pointless. I think Zero Senior wants to make sure people are actually playing the game regardless of the situation. Plus it forces people to not know what other people are doing, because like they could just tell everyone, you know, no, we're gonna everybody stay outside of there and I'll beat the shit out of anyone that enters, that way we can all ally and we can all win. But when people are forced to go into the privacy of their own voting booths, they can betray people as they see fit and fuck people around to win the game. I mean, it makes sense that Zero has a rule like this. It just seals off all these potential plot holes. Good thinking. What sort of situation are you talking about? Well, it could be anything, really. Whatever. We've only got 2 things left. What's this thing? It looks like some sort of plug or key. I guess you insert it into something and twist. Did you see anything in here that it could fit into? Even if you did, does it really matter at this point? What? Look in the safe. What's the last thing in there? A key. Is that the key to the exit? Pretty sure it is. We can get out of here now. This is the key we found in the safe. We should open the exit. Awesome, let's... Wait. What should we do about the plug? Fine, I guess I'll hold on to it. I doubt we'll need it, but you never know. Sounds good, let's go. Okay, so I guess in this route we know about and have the key before Kay does. So, I mean, assuming that this route does carry on, yeah it does, we might be able to get into a situation where we're with Kay and we can unlock it before, you know, we're dying, get some answers, or potentially try and get some answers. Okay, so that's cool, we're done with this then. We got our key, we got our gold file, and now we have our escape. Lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. Go ahead. I'm all set. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. I found it.
Now, hold up, Governor.
It did say a Cockney golem. Was that you, Luna? Of course that was Luna.
No.
Then Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Then...
Oh yeah, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Oh, blimey, that hurts. Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
It's a robot
And it's talking.
With an accent.
with a shitty, obviously American trying to be British accent, no less.
Can't help it, Flower.
That's so bad.
Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half.
It's like some of the words that he's saying are pretty spot on, but then half of the words are just an American trying to be British. Oh, you hear it so often in everything ever. Whenever anybody tries to put on a British accent and then just fails. This is it.
Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse? Why, that's right cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they give us all a, what you call them, personality. Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
So, what the hell are you?
Cooper.
Cooper? If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, me old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Gollum?
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The golem of myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though.
Yeah.
The original blokes are spelt Golem, but me and me mates are Gaulem. That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine. And the truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots and all.
Yeah, it's another case of making a needlessly obtuse name just so you can call it a cool acronym. So... should I just call you Golem?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too. I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique.
A product ID.
I figure that's as good a name as any.
Product. Who fucking says product?
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
Well,
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
Golm?
Golem.
Golem.
Come on, man, that's just Golem.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Alright, Golem. You said Alice, darling, a little bit ago, right?
A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her darling. What I'm saying is you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
Well,
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw. And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, you know? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
well, damn. Then,
Does that mean
You're Zero Jr.?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious?
Of course he's
You've got to be
not
off your
Zero.
box if you think I'm Young Master Zero. A Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
So golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite. I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
Right you are, missus. You'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains. Well, we're like your arms or legs. The golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body, which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like whoop whoop whoop, and eventually my body picks them up.
Like boop boop boop.
Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body.
I think that was the scientific term there, like boop boop boop.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing a mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Golem stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
Huh. But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Curl on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No?
I mean, he's got a
Didn't
point.
reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy?
Can I just say, who doesn't think when they're turning a page of a book? Like, that's not an autonomous thing. I'm like actively looking at a page and then thinking, whatever, carry on. What are you talking about, tits?
Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Junior is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto!
Okay.
Blimey.
That makes sense in its own way, I guess. We'll probably find out way more about this as we go on.
Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, Dove?
Well, we turned him on, didn't we?
Because you lot turned me on, is why.
Exactly.
Especially that other missus over there.
Oh, wow. Calm down, Gollum. Oh yeah, that button on top of the safe.
Right you are, Governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I see. So, you aren't going to answer my question?
What question is that?
I asked you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart to flutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your Lords and Peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Oh yeah, just now from the gold file actually. Without waiting for an answer, Golem launched into his explanation. Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the pieces of paper are questions written, naturally, in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip that answer back through the slot. Once the Chinese questions began to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself, why can't I read these at all? Whatever am I to do? It is at this moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming, more and more and more of them. She finds the set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? When I was 14. He was a grade ahead of me in school. What colour of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions with the pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork in. All of these questions were written in Chinese, and the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway,
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Can't say there is. Just tickles me fancy, I guess. But
okay.
the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Jesus, Gollum. Exactly.
What?
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see? After all, far as I can tell, they're having a nice little chin way with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders or the robot feeling pain?
You thick? I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold on, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from its unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit?
Yeah,
Just like the Chinese room.
it's exactly the same.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot. Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain? Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person. You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Well, I mean, all the stuff that you're saying makes a lot of sense, so... Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away on you forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mighty excited as all.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lad.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts in a moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
Ooh.
Command violation. Rogue processes detected.
Oh, so he's about to lay it on us that one of us could be a robot. And so the mainframe computer is stopping that
Product
shit.
ID GTMCMGOLM. Executing emergency deactivation.
Okay, well, Rip Golem then. He was a nice lad. Bit
Unit
pervy, but seemed okay, I guess.
GTMCMGOLM. Now inactive. No other rogue processes detected in additional Golem platforms. Returning to surveillance mode.
Well, rip. Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Damn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
Really, Alice? I think it was pretty fucking clear.
See, right in the middle of.
Right in the middle of what?
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
Thank you, Dia, for speeding us along outside of this interesting conversation.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
The hell?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Shit. Why would they do that?
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go. And so begins the long walk home. Oh, it's not quite so long this time since we're right next to the elevator. But hey, we done found it. Okay, well. So what do we have to do now? I guess we can go down our different routes then. I'm going to betray Luna first because I think that's going to lead us to the bad ending, so we can get that one out of the way real quick. And then do the proper ending after that. And then after that, we can go all the way back, betray Luna in the first time, and then do the other route that we didn't get. But first, we push through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and Kay. Hey, what the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, mate, I've got so many problems with you, and I can't wait to find out exactly what's wrong with you so that we can just shit on you.
Of course we do.
Again, you did die in the previous route, so, I mean, there is that.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both.
I'd agree, Alice.
We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere.
His fucking face there, with his hat and his fucking matter-of-fact pointing finger.
What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
So he was ready to betray Quark and kill Tenmyoji then? Oh wait, no, that's Clover, not Dio. Okay.
So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Nah, they're all gonna die because none of them are there, so... Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option.
I love that he's like fucking hesitating to say the puns.
If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Really? Yeah, really? Exactly. I don't believe you.
Of course.
Just narrowing down your competition.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a second ago. A minute ago. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What was she looking at? I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when suddenly the others get back. Okay. Whoa. Hey guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Did something happen
they
to him?
lost him. Okay.
He disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere. When was the last time you saw him?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
All right. We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Alright, you do that. Okay, so let's try and find Quark again. Seems to happen in different ways in every route. Hey! Quark! Quark! Have we done the crew quarters yet? I don't think we have. No, we've definitely not done this. I think that was the first puzzle room from the other route, main route that we've not done yet. So I guess we'll do that after we do the next route after this one then. He's not here. I checked both
He's
rooms.
not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Let's indeed. We went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah. Maybe Quark went there?
Fine. Follow me.
The pantry. Okay. This is...
The pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel. Yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta too.
Damn, how much did she eat? That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
Whoa, just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Wow, Fi. Wow. Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Damn. Fi keeping them guns smoking. Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah, the use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was
I
safe?
guess you could say that.
Oh, wow, Fi. I mean, you chose the right person. So, you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water structure was possibly dangerous?
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Well, damn. Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork?
What is it?
Well, that just reminded me of something. Yeah, the Chinese room.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe, but
Bullshit.
come on, at least tell me you first. At least let me tell you first. Right. I love how sassy Fi is. She's the best character to me so far. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we'd met a robot there called Golem, who told a very interesting story.
I see. So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see, right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words...
Sigma! Fi! There you are! I've been looking all over for you!
What's going on?
Something bad! Something really bad!
Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is...
Is Alice dead again?
Just come with me! She's in the crew quarters!
If she's been scalpeled again, then we know that she'd killed herself again, which all links back to the other route where we found that out. I think it was Temyoji's continued route. So, okay. At least some things are still in order here. I mean, if you can call a horrific suicide in order. At least it's still the same as what we were expecting. Yeah, there it is, okay. What? No. This isn't real. All I could hear was Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. If you've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. You feel the sudden, alien weightlessness of a long fall. For just a moment you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth, in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't being a human any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned, my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B, couldn't find him. So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Right, this is familiar now, so let's see if we can skip.
Fuck that.
No, we can't. Okay.
She'd already been murdered when I got here.
Some new stuff must be happening then.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Well, with the knowledge that I already have, I would say yes, that is definitely a suicide, because we know it's a suicide.
How do you know the
so-
weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body.
And like, Dio, as much as I hate you and I'm very suspicious of you, I do know that you did not do this, so you're alright, you're cool.
If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her? I need to go tell Alice.
Yeah, but of course Clover didn't do it.
You guys go on ahead. Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tenmyoji took off in hot pursuit. I waited to follow one.
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through.
Huh?
There are 2 possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
Yeah, you got that right, Kay.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it.
I mean, you did murder Dio in the last route, so...
I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do.
All I can say is right now the only confirmed murderer in this whole game is Kay, so just gonna leave that one down on the table. We got all our suspicions, we got all our prejudices and whatnot, but Kay is the only confirmed killer.
None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you mean?
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire Nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure. in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero
Yeah.
Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere. Now we know, well, we don't know, but we highly suspect now that one of us is a robot disguised as a human made as part of Zero's mainframe. So if we can determine who that person is, then we can pretty much determine who is behind at least the murders and potentially even the game. So let's just hold on to that right now.
No,
No? Well, why not?
there's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
Yeah, he did, right at the start. I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay, perhaps? Or maybe Clover? It was always Tenmyoji. Fi, maybe? No, it couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time when we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Quark. Exactly. I still fucking suspect you, Quark. I don't care that you're a little kid. We don't even know that you're a little kid. All we know is that fucking Tenmyoji found you when you were young. And you're still young. You could just be a fucking robot designed to look like a little kid, and you're Zero and behind all this shit. So, now that we know one of us is a robot, my suspicion in you has increased. Quark. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. Yeah, but what if that kid is a robot? That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Oh, come on, Sigma. Add Quark into that mix. Where had Quark gone? Now we've got to go vote, haven't we? Yeah.
Until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
Yeah. What do you mean?
We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
Yeah, see, Kay, you're making sense. Even if you're a bit cold and logical all the time, you're at least making sense. If we listen to you, we should continue living. The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest had melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor. You didn't pick up a bracelet though. It's pretty important, that.
Hey, look! 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is...
Tenmyoji's gonna have to betray Clover so that she doesn't fucking murder him so she can get out.
Well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had one BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really? It's gonna feel so bad now that we're gonna betray her right away to get the bad ending.
Now, this is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally, of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose Ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants.
Yeah, this is the one time where I'm gonna say to you, Dio, it's okay to defensively betray.
But it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the two of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
See, I don't necessarily think that Dio is trying to kill people. I think that he's just playing for himself and he wants to get out. So he's just playing the game. He's betraying when he thinks he needs to betray defensively, and he's betraying when he thinks they're going to ally so that he can get his points to leave. And I think he genuinely would ally. But there's no reason to, because if he allies, then we know, okay, we'll take advantage of that, betray him and leave. And if Kay betrays, then they're both safe. Then they carry on to the next round where Dio can get another chance to carry on. I don't know, it makes sense. That's all I'm saying.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose Betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I mean, it's defensive, it's a stalemate. You can carry on to the next round and nobody has to worry. That's good.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the Nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess
Alice
we
is
won't
already
all
dead, so
be
that's
getting
fine.
out anymore, though.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, you mean Alice.
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing Betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
And what are you gonna do?
Kay needs to choose Ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose Ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well,
I mean, we could tell him how to take off his head if he promises to vote ally.
yes, I suppose so.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
Oh dear, you idiot. She's just gonna run in and lock the door so he doesn't interfere. The moment Dio turned his head, Phi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AV gate. And now he isn't a problem.
Fuck! You bitch! God damn it, Fi! Open this fucking door!
That was clever of Fi though, and oh my god, Dio, you deserve that for getting caught by the earliest trick in the book. He pounded on the door, screaming, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for a good measure, and then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote?
It's not against the rules unless it says it's against the rules. So Dio, sit your ass down. You're out this round.
This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Fi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Fi will choose Ally just went way up. After all, if you pick Ally and she betrays you, then...
Dio will have 9 points.
Exactly.
But don't you think Vi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Vi is going to choose Ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose Ally.
It's only clever if you have any trust in Kay, but obviously we don't because we know he's going to betray the shit out of her. Now he's pretty much guaranteed to have voted betray because he knows that there's no way Fi's going to vote any way other than Ally. Unless
2
Fi's playing
minutes
her.
remain until
Fi-
polling closes.
Fi could just be playing her.
We
So
don't
they
have
both
much time
betray.
left. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma?
Huh?
You are going to choose Ally, right?
Yeah, sure. Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
Oh, I see.
Huh.
Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised.
Now I'm gonna feel so bad about fucking breaking that promise.
You have to choose Ally.
Right. I will. I say, lying through my teeth. Okay. So let's start the next round of the Amladex game.
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
This is 30 anime seconds though, so we've got like a good 5 minutes of discussion to think about before we vote. Now, what am I going to do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. After all, I promised Luna that I'd pick Ally. But what if she was lying to me?
I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent. And I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now it's betrayal time. Oh, this is going to be interesting because now we can see
Round 2
whether she's
of
full
the
of shit or
Ambidex
not.
game has been completed.
But I assume this is the incorrect choice to make and it will lead to a very swift bad ending. So let's have a look.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Now this is it, our moment of truth. Oh wow, Clover allied! And Luna allied! Oh, I feel so awful, but oh my god. Kay actually allied. Wow. I was not expecting Kay to ally there. Neither was I expecting Tenmyoji to betray Clover, but I don't know, I guess Clover probably still trusted Tenmyoji because they were just together, weren't they? And Tenmyoji took advantage of that. Wow.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Not looking forward to talking to Luna about this though.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Sigma, why?
I'm sorry.
You promised.
I'm so sorry.
How could you? Why won't you say something? At least give me an excuse. Say you wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything. I don't care if it's a lie. Just say something.
Oh my god, I feel awful.
I can't trust you anymore, can I?
Just silence, Jesus.
I see. Alright then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. She was right. I shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you.
Oh, that's so wounding. Luna is like the only person in this whole game that I can trust without a shadow of a doubt. We get all this way with her and just fuck her over after we promise not to, and she votes ally.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Luna. Luna's face was twisted as she spun away, not before I saw tears glistening in the corners of her eyes. My heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I'd lost something very precious. Yeah, you did. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only a second to break. If only I could have taken that second back, but that was impossible. I'd have to load my game and go through the cutscenes again. Life only moves in one direction. You only get to make your choices once. The past is the past and it stays there.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey! Wait!
Clover yelled after him, but Tenmyoji ignored her and continued toward the magenta door. She glanced at his receding back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyoji, you're going to go look for Quark, right?
Yeah. So?
I want to help.
No thanks.
Really?
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
They headed off through the magenta door together. Oh my god, the mood is so fucking heavy and horrible now since I chose Betray. Clover was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood up straight and took off through the sign door. Where's Dio though? Is he still hanging around? I turned and saw that only Phi and Kay were left. Where's Dio?
He went off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked out?
Yes. He did check the results before he left.
I bet he wasn't very happy. If I had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP right now.
I imagine he would. Fortunately, Phi is much too clever for that. That was why I chose Ally. It was an easy decision.
But if you betrayed her, then you would have been able to get out of here.
Perhaps, but I made a promise to Phi.
A promise, huh? You're really sure Kay wouldn't betray you?
Of course not, I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him.
That's so...
Yeah, don't you think that's important?
Wow, just laying it into me.
Trusting someone, I mean. Alright, we should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed. Best we split up, wouldn't you say?
We did say, and each of one of us left for a different area of the facility. I took the magenta door, Phi went to the yellow door, and Kay took the cyan door. Wait, this isn't ending. Is this the proper way I'm supposed to go then? Because I don't want it to be. Where's the flowchart? Fucking... There we go, flowchart. Yeah, so I guess allying with her is the bad ending then. Well damn, I guess we'll have to ally next then. Oh, I don't want this to be the way things are supposed to go, betraying Luna like this, it's horrible. But no matter how hard I looked, Quark was nowhere to be found. Eventually, I decided to head back to the warehouse. Tenmyoji? What's going on? You found Quark?
Couldn't be here if I hadn't.
Where was he?
Like I'm gonna tell you that.
What? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, you fucking betrayed Luna after you promised. Everyone hates you now.
You broke your promise to Luna.
Exactly.
I don't like people who break promises.
Exactly. There was no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm glad you found him.
Ha! Oh, you got some balls saying that, acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? Looks tired.
He's just sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone? Who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Why not?
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here. This'll all be over.
Wait. You make it sound like you can get out right now.
I can. Well, he can.
How?
Didn't you see the results? Quark's BP is
9.
exactly.
So you're gonna have him pull the lever and open the number 9 door?
Yeah. Of course, he's gonna need my help to do that.
But what about you? You've only got 4 BP. Even if you can get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking. You're thinking, oh ho! If my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door. And I'll just slip through when it's open. But that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Tenmyoji's gonna die,
If
I
you think you
guess.
can be sneaky, well...
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter though. So long as Quark is safe, then I...
Did nobody find the injection gun in this route? I don't know. My guard was down. I barely even saw him move. It wasn't until pain exploded in my stomach that I realized Tenmyoji had kicked me. I let out a strange sort of wheeze and collapsed to the floor. Blinking against the pain, I managed to find Tenmyoji again. He maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Stop! Tenmyoji! Moving made me retch, and before I could recover and call out again, he'd done it. Tenmyoji's hand pressed Quark's against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder. Looking back over my shoulder.
Sorry. Door's almost open, so it's time I was on my way.
Tenmyoji, don't be an idiot. If you go through there, you'll...
Believe me, I know. But I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
Then stay here.
Can't do that.
Why not?
There's a killer here. It's too dangerous.
I mean, he's got a
Can't
point.
take that risk with Quark's life.
I totally understand his situation, but it still sucks for everyone.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
See ya.
Tenmyoji, wait! Don't do this! Tenmyoji! Tenmyoji! And there's our ending. Maybe
The
this is the
number
bad ending.
9 door
It has to be.
closed.
Because we're gonna die now.
This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
That was how it ended. Had Tenmyoji died? Had Quark escaped? I didn't know. I laid my hand gently against my aching stomach and stared up at the ceiling. Faint, approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. Whatever. It didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it would be better if I just let him kill me. I lay back and closed my eyes. I think the killer just went outside, being carried in the arms of an old man. Just not the killer of Clover. So yeah, there's our bad ending then. I guess the good ending, maybe it's blocked off with a clue or something, which is why it's only one thing long. Either way, we can take back the way that we horrifically betrayed Luna's trust and choose ally. So I felt awful doing that, so let's get to our choice then. Let's get to the new shit. And here we are. 3, 2, 1. Ally. Yeah, the other route never happened. Please don't hate me, Luna.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Now hopefully, nothing's changed here.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Here we go. Okay, nothing changed. Nothing changed. So I guess Tenmyoji is still gonna leave? Or maybe they won't find Quark because Luna's not gonna go off with Tenmyoji necessarily because she isn't, you know, hurting because I betrayed her. Maybe we'll stick together and go looking. Tenmyoji won't find him fast enough to leave right away. We can carry on. But I'm guessing we're going to hit it to be continued again because there's only one square left in this route.
Points
Let's find
have
out.
been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you, Sigma.
It's cool, Luna. No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It was nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yeah, it is. I hope we'll get to pair up in the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah. You're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Whoa, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally twice.
You're right.
So let's choose Ally and get the hell out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why'd you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Oh, yes.
We still haven't found Quark either, huh?
That too.
Still. Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me!
Well, this is different. Something else is gonna happen then.
How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that?
What does he know?
Where did you find out about that stuff?
We know that he's still holding on to some secrets.
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
We did his route and we still didn't find out everything, so...
I'm not lying.
He's just writing fiction with his mouth.
Forget it! It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah,
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Temyoji didn't respond, just turned and walked off toward the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short.
Ow!
She spun on her heel and headed off towards the cyan door instead.
What just happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses Ally. Temyoji must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fine.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that.
You tell him,
You're
fine.
acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the hell, man? He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry,
Wow.
I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go? Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut. Yep, that's the AV rooms done for now.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Okay.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We already know this because we've done it a whole bunch of times before. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled out automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
Okay, so I'm with Fi again.
Looks like we're pairing up again.
Yay.
Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Let's see if I can go with Luna again then, that'd be nice. Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colours for the first game red, green and blue? And we used his colours to open up the magenta, yellow and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then the next round we had magenta, yellow and cyan bracelets. And opened the red, green and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. Oh right, of course. In this route we didn't find the other warehouse, did we? So we don't know about the white doors. What colour doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
Did nobody find the warehouse? Wow. If I
Well,
can
we need to
carry in
check
this
the other
game.
bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
Sure thing. I mean, what? Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
We've still got quite a while.
An hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Kay and Luna stepped through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Damn it, Fi.
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Oh, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh?
She's already made it clear how she thinks about those.
Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
Well, you'd be surprised how deep our connection runs there, Fi. That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do was convince us to be her ally. She could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it?
Exactly.
We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something.
I still trust her though.
Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So, what? You're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Right, let's go get this bracelet then. So there was only one scene in this. There was only one scene in this, right? Let me check when we get to the next area. Yeah. Yeah, so flowchart. Yeah. It's just this one scene and then it ends. So this has to be it to be continued, right? Clover! Hey, come on, don't run away.
Run away?
Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from this.
I wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not going to be able to figure that out unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
How did she figure something out? Because we know for a fact from the other route that she killed herself due to Radical 6, so what is Clover's lead here? Oh, come on, of course we're
Forget
not...
about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
What was it?
Oh, the thing that Alice is examining at the end of the AB rooms. I wonder what that was. Is she going to tell us? Probably not.
Why don't you figure that out yourselves?
That'll probably be the link that is blocking off our progress in this route then. When we can figure that out, we can probably figure this out.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait, Clover. Oh, there she goes. Ah, Shit.
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask Clover what colour her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked up Alice's bracelet off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine, what did Alice notice? Fi didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
Fi held something out. It was a handkerchief stained reddish brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
If it's not hers, then whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
Do you think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
But we know that Dio killed her, or at least admitted to killing her. He could not have, I guess, but I doubt he would have admitted to a murder he didn't commit. And you think she figured out something from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
And we need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get the room Tenmyoji, Quark and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
And on we go. Long ass walks. I know I keep mentioning them, but it's kind of frustrating when you're playing through all the different routes, having to sit through all the different fucking transport sections. Anyway, it says rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah. So this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm gonna open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay. Tenmyoji. I'm guessing from your face that Quark is still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
No, of course not. Why would I be?
And then does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice? I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
Tenmyoji, what's going on here? This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll...
Tenmyoji,
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
did you say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
What the fuck? This is new. Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Hey, answer me. What the hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
He's gonna do the luminal test on us. Fi and I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we'd been told. Then suddenly... Ah! In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both our wrists with it. Yeah, it's the luminol test. Hey, what the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah. I found it when I was searching this room.
He walked toward the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
So that confirms to Tenmyoji that neither of us killed the old lady then.
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff they use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff?
Yeah.
Why did you spray us?
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone mind explaining this to me?
Well, you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've gotta go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. What did you mean when you said that Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
Then why...
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Senior will do. Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
So what happened in the other route then, when they just easily found Quark and nothing was wrong? Oh, I don't know. I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we'd entered the room and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Yeah? Then what is it? Oh. I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Oh. Good job. That, wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move.
Yeah. Sigma, what an asshole. Alright, let's carry on our investigation then. Oh, what's happening here? Ah, we're finding the warehouse now for the first time. This...
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. I'm just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
What kind of answer is that?
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives.
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It looks good in 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Closed for good, huh? I had to admit, I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they'd just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So? What are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose Ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick Ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what
Sure,
everyone's
tell
colors
yourself
are.
that. Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
Is Luna dead as well?
Anyway,
I
Kay and I
see.
won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
Becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna. Oh yay! Oh, best squad together. all of us can escape in the next round then.
Right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Temyoji, Clover, and Quark. Whenever Temyoji's a red solo and Clover is a cyan pair.
The
so-
only one left is the other cyan pair, so we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No, there's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
Where's this fucking to be continued coming? This is a long ass chapter. I mean, not that I'm in a rush to get it done, it's just... The flowchart had one chapter for this part. Maybe I just had the lock already and I didn't realize it? I don't know. Well, when we stop moving and we get into the next part of the scene, I can check and see how much time we've got left. Let's get into the lounge then. Here we go. Okay, flowchart. Yeah, we're still in this one scene that happens since we allied Luna, what, like 20-30 minutes ago? So let's just carry on. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah, the one which gave us like the drink and colour combination.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your immortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the ninth lion ate the sun. I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should
So
be
they did.
N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
I didn't even notice that. But sure, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, there it is, plain as day. I never even noticed that when I was reading it first time. It's just that thing, isn't it, where like your brain can still interpret things even if it's slightly misspelled.
Exactly.
They put the extra E in there. That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
It's part of the code. I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death if the ninth lion ate the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
So it is. Let's head back and determine what's happening next.
We should get moving.
Right. So what's going to happen now then? Because I mean, this has to end soon, so whatever the cliffhanger is has to appear right now. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
What Alice was checking. Check what? Yeah.
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Ooh, a blood stain. Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. Makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
Wow.
So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Fi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires. Was the AB room put on top of somebody? If it has blood behind it? I don't know. What are you getting at here?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right? Come on. This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines?
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or, wait, maybe someone just dropped it, or they could have thrown it here?
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone, except for Clover and Kay, was to go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't... Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
No way. So, the Amberdex rooms all got moved up? The AB room moved?
Yeah,
Was it that crane?
probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The old woman. The body of the old woman.
And Who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Kay and Clover. Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so who was on the right? Luna. Luna? For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. Can we not trust Luna then? But I trust Luna! My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began, "To Milkman."
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it.
Huh.
Then
And
when the
it
room
got
was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body, but we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Sr.? Even if she was though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Sr., couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon in there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after they moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Okay. Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
And then when Alice killed herself, that just cemented that idea into Clover's head then. She must have thought that Luna thought that Alice had cottoned on and tried to remove her from the equation so things would go okay, but obviously we know that Alice just killed herself, so this is such a clusterfuck. Hey, Fi?
Hmm?
I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma, Phi, there you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news.
Who's dead now?
Luna. Luna is dead.
No!
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
So I guess Clover did that then. This was the third time I'd touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I don't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead and pale.
And I trust him.
And now she's dead. Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands bored into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
But it's got the cure for the antidote for the bracelet. So she should be okay.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck.
But I thought the syringe had the antidote for it. I can't remember.
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So, you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR, to the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
And they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you.
Okay, let's just... We're still in this one scene. It's nearly been an hour. Jesus.
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
Oh, the weapon's gone.
The weapon?
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
That was a syringe, wasn't it? And did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No, I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using it and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on, I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh. Oh shit. Tenmyoji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, then they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized if we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left? 4 minutes. Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. Oh damn, things aren't looking good. I guess we're probably gonna come to that lock now then. Okay, so the doors are open, but we're still none the wiser.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
And let me guess, Quark is not here.
You're late. What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey! Pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
I pulled it out of her pocket. Their face still shone with blue light. Sorry, the face. This had been Alice's bracelet. Fire's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby.
Dio's got a kid! Well shit, that informs a lot of his actions then. If he's telling the truth, then it makes sense why he's been playing so defensively and aggressive. Well, defensively and aggressive, that's the paradox, but you know what I mean. He's so mistrusting of everyone else, whilst also pushing to get out as fast as he can.
I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. See, I don't think he is lying. I think I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Fi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Fi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the two of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Fi.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Huh? Is he gonna fucking throw us in the door?
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe, Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Okay. What are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fi and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
So what, we got another puzzle room then? Because I'm pretty sure this flowchart ended. I thought it was going to be like a 5-10 minute scene and then it'd be over, but it's like over an hour now. Not quite able to walk yet. Fi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful. My arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hope they were alright somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Fi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. So we have a puzzle room? Security. The flowchart was lying to me. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Well, I mean, I really wasn't expecting this to go any further. Let's have a look at this flowchart then. Oh, okay, so now it's got like an extensive thing to go with. Why did the chart just end there then? I don't understand. Well, either way, looks like we got some more extensive stuff to do now. This can't be the way to the true ending, right? 'Cause we found out so much information. But like, I would have assumed if this was the way to the true ending, then it would have blocked us off in that massive scene that we just had. Well, either way, I think that is time for me to save the game and call it, as that scene went on way longer than I was expecting, and it is now time for me to end for the night. So thank you very much everyone that has been watching, and I will be back tomorrow for more of this. See you then.